Hi, my name's Jerry Swingle, and I just want to thank you for your interest in becoming a Christian life coach. Today, I'd like you to listen to Penny's story. She is a recent graduate of mine from the LPCCI instruction program, and Penny is an Indiana mother of 4 in her 30s. She's a pastor's wife and also an educator. So let's take a listen to Penny's story of her experience of going through the instruction and the coaching process with me.
About 2 years before I decided to go through the Life Purpose Coach training course, I was struggling with my identity in Christ, and I was just really wrestling with this notion that I felt like there was more to life than my day-to-day routine. And so that set me on a journey toward trying to discover what else there was out there. Through that search for that something more, I discovered Katie Brazelton's books, The Pathway for Purpose and Praying for Purpose, which is a 60-day prayer journey. Through that journey, God showed me that it was my purpose to minister to women, and I would later learn that that was through writing, speaking, and coaching. So that is why I started to pursue life coach training. I consider my life coach training a time of very intense personal and spiritual growth. Before I could consider how to encourage other women, I had to discover my own roadblocks and get through them. And with Jerry as my instructor, I completed all 10 coaching conversations as her client and as her pupil. And the purpose of that was twofold. First, it was necessary for me to experience the coaching relationship from both sides, client and coach. Jerry provided just such a great example of coaching techniques. And then secondly, I grew tremendously through the actual coaching experience as a client. I was able to surrender some baggage that I'd been holding on to, and then God in turn provided greater revelation concerning my purpose, and I learned that that was to encourage women through writing, speaking, and coaching. And then, you know, as well as being a great coach, Jerry was also a great teacher. Through my life coaching courses, she provided just a lot of knowledge because of her experience in the field about the subject matter being covered, but she also used several different techniques that helped me to really learn the material, and it also helped her to know that I was mastering the material. You know, I learned that coaching is an incredible tool that God can use in our lives to help bring about the changes we desire. I learned that we can do anything by taking one small step at a time. Another would be that God has gifted me uniquely to be a life purpose coach. So that has made me anxious to encourage women through writing, speaking, and coaching. Not only does it benefit my clients, but it is through coaching that I have found my sweet spot in God's plan. And then a last takeaway would be that greater surrender leads to greater obedience, which leads to greater revelation or unfolding of God's will in my life. The experience definitely exceeded my expectations. I love to learn, and so I'm always gravitating toward educational opportunities. So that is somewhat what I expected, was another great educational opportunity. But my life coach training turned out to be so much more than an educational experience. It was a time of intense personal and spiritual growth that I really was not expecting. And I'm also convinced that it was the catalyst that God used to bring me to the place I am today. As next month I'll speak at a national conference to over 100 women about finding their unique purpose, and I have also gotten to travel to Africa just this last spring to be able to minister to women. I would say go for it. It'll change your life. The investment of your time and finances will pale in comparison to the personal growth you'll experience. It's an incredible experience that I would recommend to anyone, even if they're just curious, because it's just an incredible, incredible journey.